at this time on YouTube, hopefully. This is the first one we're doing, and I have my favorite Zack Peter with me here today in the house. And just to get it off at the top, I will be appearing in Zach's show. Go to No Filter Live. He's going on tour across the country. And so I'm going to be at the Chicago location. I'll probably turn up at the LA location as well. He has a bunch of other dates. He has Phoenix. He has Seattle. Who else do you have, or where else do you have, Zach?
Dallas, Phoenix, Philly, New York, Chicago, Toronto, Seattle, Los Angeles.
Okay, there you go. Get your tickets, nofilterlive.com, and we'll see you there. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of giveaways as well on that show. First off the top, I went to Italy, and there's one or two stories I just want to finish off with. But first of all, I've never been felt up by a TSA agent before in my entire life. I don't know if have you been? Like,
Yeah.
have
So,
you? Like, it's
well, what happened? I think I know. I think I may know why you got felt up.
no. This is like, it's. I can't believe this. So I think it was random, by the way. So I was there at like 4:30 in the morning. My flight was at 6 to go to Atlanta, Rome. So I'm there. And I put my bags through. I have nothing in my bags. I'm so perfectly packed. Like everything is like so streamlined for this trip because I've like 4 nights. And I go through and he's like, and then I go through the scanner and you put your hands up in the air and it does the circle thing or whatever. And it's showing it on my crotch.
Okay, so
Like
I'm
there's these
right.
little,
No, listen, I'm right. I know why. So okay, so you're a chef, right? And so when you cook,
yes.
you deal with a lot of vegetables. And so typically when you go to the airport and you are carrying eggplants and your eggplant is a little large, somehow it flags. Okay. I know I learned this the hard way, but I don't know how or why it always ends up getting flagged. So every time I've gone to the airport and
They're like,
you and I
what's that in
have
your
the same
pants?
issue, there's a reason. I don't know how or why or what. People can read between the lines on that one, but like that's why you got felt up. I don't know why, because there's obviously no
Yeah.
metal down there, but for some reason it picks up on the detectors. It happens
I
to me
think
all the
someone
time at
said,
the airport.
and then someone was like, oh, well, maybe it's like the metals in the perspirant. I'm like, I don't spray it on there. Like
No,
that's not it. So
no.
anyway, but that's fine. Like I'm okay with like, okay, it's fact or whatever. Like, you go, I'm sorry. They rub the back of
Yeah,
their hands
yeah,
so
all the way down.
aggressively against your crotch, and
Yeah.
then you lift up a leg or you do a kind of a sidestep, and then to go right in. I'm like, I'm getting aroused at this
Well,
stage.
because
I
they
was
need to
like,
make
fucking
sure
getting hard
they need
on.
to make sure you're not that. I mean, I guess they're confirming that you're packing one way but not another. You know. Sorry, I outed you.
Anyway, that's how the trip started. It was really great. So we get there. So I go through the airports, Atlanta, Rome, or Rome, Catania, and like I arrived there. So my friend Ryan, he has this room like at the Four Seasons in Sicily. Beautiful. It's the White Lotus Hotel from season 2. I can't believe I'm here. Like I'm so excited, right? He's like, I don't care, like, if you sleep in the same bed with me, it's a king bed or whatever. I'm like, that's fine. Like, I'll fucking sleep on the floor. I don't care, right? So then he calls them and is like, listen, do you guys have a room with like 2 beds, whatever? It's great if you do. If you don't, no big deal. They're like, we'll upgrade you, like no charge, whatever. He's like, great, fucking awesome. We're going to give you a suite. So you'll have 2 beds. So there's a pull-out sofa that we set up every evening. I'm like, great, fucking love it. So we get there the first night. The lady comes in at like 5 o'clock in the evening. We're about to head out. She sets up the bed. We get back. It's there. It's lovely. I go to sleep, whatever. I wake up the next morning. And so obviously, like Ryan has prefaced to the woman at the front desk, like, hey, he's my friend. We're not boyfriends. We're not a couple, etc. That's why I want the bed pull out. It's fine. So then I wake up the next morning, like there's no space in the living room to kind of walk around, and I have to get ready and change and stuff. So I just like cleared the sheets off it, and I put stuff back, and I put all the pillows back, and like it's never been used, right? Then we go downstairs, we go about our day, breakfast, all kind of stuff. We're coming back from breakfast. The woman's like, hi, Mr. Summer, like, would you like the bed put up? Because I noticed it wasn't used last night. And he's like, no, the bed needs to be met up every night. So
Wait, so
she
the bed
probably
was not
thought
used?
So she thought that we didn't use the bed, that I slept in the bed with him the night. I just put it back the way it was because the ladies, like the maids, are meant to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'll just do it because I needed the space in the room because it takes up the whole fucking room. And I didn't mind doing it and stuff. So she thought like, oh, they were hooking up the night before. They didn't use the, it was just a funny little thing, you know, but yeah, it was very White Lotus-esque in a way. Um, Speaking of airlines, low-cost airlines will now officially introduce standing seats from 2026. Because we live in hell.
No.
Did you
Who
see this
wants
on the
to
Daily Mail?
stand on a plane? What do you do?
No,
You just
they're
stand and like
standing
hold
up.
the thing like
Look
you're
at
on a
that shit.
bus?
It's like we're on a ride at Six Flags. Could you
No.
imagine?
No.
Like,
No.
okay, here's the thing. I could do this for like a Vegas flight.
45 minutes, yeah. Sure.
I could do that. And I think there probably is like a thing in between your crotch you can kind of just sit on a tiny bit, right? I mean, that's awful.
That's wild. Who's doing this, Spirit?
I don't know. I don't know. I just screenshotted it. I saw it came up on my Instagram. I was just like, this is fucking insane.
Are you sure
I
that's
could see
real
this
and not like
happening
a
in Europe.
Babylon Bee?
There's there's no way fucking Americans are going to put up with this shit. That's I know. I will know they will in Europe because I did a few of those airlines when I was there, and you
And they
barely get a
stand?
seat. They're like no, but they're like plastic seats. It's almost like a bus. Like it's like Ryanair, you know. But it's I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I just thought
wild.
that was
No, I
just
don't want to
like
stand on a plane. Yeah, especially I mean, I don't even want to stand if I'm going to Vegas. I'll pay whatever the extra is to have a seat.
I know. It's just like I'll pay 500 if I need to. Like that flight from Rome to Sicily, which is a 1 hour flight, cost me $600. Like, which is crazy. I know it was just high season summer or whatever it was. Um, the okay, I didn't know this. This is a tip for everybody out there in case they didn't know. So I was in Rome or whatever. Rome on the way back. I was at the airport. I left this little small gray case in the lounge and I had my AirPods in it and I had a few cables in it. I was super packed and organized and I had those Rhode microphones as well, the two of them. I was like, fuck. So I left that behind. But hey, I went on to find my phone and some fuckers running around Rome enjoying my AirPods. I mean, at least it's kind of chic. It's in Rome, you know, like I lost them. So they're like there. So anyway, I'm just like, whatever, it's fine. A few $100, like, fuck it. I had a great trip. No big deal. And then I was like, wait a minute. I did this once before where I lost something. And if you do it through American Express, there is a purchase protection on American Express up to 90 days. I don't know if it's with all cards, but it's on my card. I have a Delta Reserve card, the Delta card. And I went on and you file a claim, you have the proof of purchase, the whole thing, you bought it. They're refunding me $180 on my card.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And it was
That's
just
great.
after the 90 days and they still upheld it, which is really nice. I mean, I could show them proof of the Find My iPhone that I'm like, look, they're in Rome. Somebody has them, but they didn't even ask for that, like, which is great. So that's kind of a good thing. Also, new scam alert. I nearly got scammed this week. This is a new scam alert for freelancers. That includes you, painters, architects, whatever you are. So a person reached out to my manager under the name Cheryl Wood. It's a very normal name. And I'm like, oh, it's probably like, you know, one of my Instagram followers. She reached out to my manager. Hey, having a 65th birthday party. Would love Stuart to cater this lovely meal in Placentia, California, which is like, I think like an hour away from here. A very normal email. And I'm like, hey, Cheryl, love to do your dinner party. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. She's like, great. The date is June 12th. Here's the menu that we want. Very normal. Very, very normal conversation. I'm like, I get these all the time. I'm like, great. That sounds fantastic. I'm like, I respond, here's the menu. Here's the pricing. I think I charged her like $4 or $5 grand or something for she wanted like 60 people. Love the price. It's all great. I just need this information so I can send you a check. I'm like, no. That's never how I accept money when I do any catering gigs or anything like that. And I'm like, this is weird. And I'm like, so I respond to her. Hey, Cheryl. I said, would you be able to get on a quick call for a few minutes? I'd love to go over a few things over the menu. Here's my number. Unfortunately, I can't get on the phone. I have eye surgery and I'm in desperate pain right now. No, it's a whole story that she's in hospital. This could have been a great party, but I guess it's your loss, this, that, and the other. I'm like, stop scamming people. I just responded. Isn't that fucking wild? No, but like,
go ahead, continue.
Go ahead. No, Finn, say what you're about to say.
No, because I had a story that just happened to me too.
Okay. So anyway, so you're probably wondering, like, well, Stuart, like, she asked for my name, email address, phone number. She wasn't asking for a social security number or anything like that, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, like, what's she going to do with that information? She's already emailing me. It shows my phone number on the my email signature. And what else does she want? My address, which I didn't give, obviously.
Identity
So I'm like,
theft.
wait, what's going on? So I put it in ChatGPT. I'm like, what kind of scam is this? And they're like, oh, this is the scam where what happens is, so say I charge her $5,000. She'll send me a check for 7 grand. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I sent you a check for 5 grand. Can you send me the 2 grand? So I'll go into the bank. I'll put the check into my bank account. I will get the money. It'll go into my bank account, right? I'll have $7,000 in my bank account. And I'm like, hey, can I take out $2,000? I need to send it back to whoever this person is. I send her the 2 grand back. The check gets flagged. 7 grand gets pulled out of my bank account. So I lose two.
Oh,
Did you get it?
yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how the scam works. So it was very, very good. And I'm very fucking savvy with that stuff. The only mistake she said was like, give me your information. I'm going to send you a check. No one does that. I do the gig. They hand me a check at the end of the party, and that's how I get paid. Or they'll send me a Venmo for like $1,000 for a deposit or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, so crazy.
Crazy.
What you think about that?
No, I went
And
to lunch
go ahead.
the other day.
Yes.
Went to lunch, went to this restaurant that I go to all the time here in downtown. I actually really like this restaurant. Went for a happy hour, so we were just kind of sitting at the bar. And so because it was happy hour, it wasn't, like some restaurants are open for lunch and open for dinner, but there's like a window where
Yes.
they're like not
Yes.
full
Three to
service, but
five.
like
Yeah.
you can come in during happy hour and get drinks at the bar. So we did that. We ordered from with the bartender, whatever, and then he's like, I need a card to hold on file. And I was like, oh, okay. So I gave him my card to hold on file. We're getting ready to
Oh,
leave. We go to check out, and he hasn't come to us. So we're like, we'll just walk up to the bar and like flag him and check out. And so luckily my friend was like, "Let me go to the bathroom while you check out." And I was like, "Okay." So he was in the bathroom. I was like, "Can I, close out whatever?" He brings the check. I look at it. Okay, everything looks fine. I sign it, and then I close, and I'm getting ready to, and I would have walked out and left, but my friend was in the bathroom. And then I looked down. I was like, "Wait, where's my card?" And I'm looking in the little book, and I'm like, I have both of the receipts. I have the merchant receipt. I have the customer receipt. Like I signed out. Like everything's good to go. And then I checked my wallet, and I'm like, did I misplace my card somewhere? And the bartender,
easily done.
the guy is still there, but he's for whatever reason not looking my way, like very clearly like trying to look busy and not acknowledge as I'm very clearly like looking around and opening the thing and looking in my pocket. Like I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
making
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
obvious that I'm looking for something to kind of flag his attention because I'm like, I was in my mind of like, am I crazy? Did I lose my card somewhere? Did I drop it on the floor? Like, because he gave me the whole check and to sign and everything, and like should have been good for me to just sign and walk out. And then finally I like flag him and he's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I was like, I need my card." And he's like, "Oh." And then he reaches into his front pocket and just pulls it out and hands it to me. He's like, "Here you go." And I was like,
Wait,
no,
like just here we
sorry.
go.
No, like just here we go. Where I was like, first of all, why is it in your pocket and not in his like apron pocket, but like in his shirt front
Like,
pocket?
I'm taking it home.
And like they have a system where if you have a card on file, like and they have it like alphabetized, like usually they have like some
Yeah.
sort of system at the cash register behind the bar where all they keep all the cards. It's not common where the bartender keeps the cards on them, and if they do, they keep it
Yeah.
in like their apron, not their personal front t-shirt, their front
Uh-huh.
polo pocket. And
That's
I was just, and he
weird.
didn't even acknowledge that. Like, there was no "I'm sorry." There was like, "Oh my god, that completely slipped my mind. I can't believe I almost let you walk out without your card." Like, I'm so like, there was no acknowledgement. Like, he knew exactly where the card was. And like I'm pretty sure he's not keeping everybody's their cards in his front pocket. Like that's just a weird place to keep everyone's cards when you have multiple tabs that you're trying to check, you know? Because then what if somebody's like, "Oh, I'm checking out," you'd have to pull out all 5 cards and look through each of them in your pocket. Like
You
it's
would
just
have it in
obviously
like you would
not
have it in
efficient.
your apron. Like, I mean, I was a server for years. Like, you just
Yeah.
put it in your apron. Like, oh, here it is.
And you
Sorry, you
have
left it.
some
Like,
sort
what?
of
Yeah.
filing system. This was like not, this
Yes.
was a very clear, let me try and steal the card and like hope he doesn't notice. And had my friend not been in the bathroom where I was stuck sitting and waiting for him at the bar, I don't think I would have caught it. I would have just signed and walked out. Cause like I wouldn't have thought that he wouldn't hand me back my
I
card.
You know how many times I've done that at bars? Like it's just unbelievable. And like it's
Left
just
your
I mean they're
card?
not taking it. Like thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of times. Had a whole thing with American Express a few weeks ago. Like they're like, stop losing your cards. Like you've maxed out. We need to close your account and we need to set up a whole new account. I'm like, sorry. But I didn't know you had a certain amount of cards. But apparently it's like 10 or 12, like for a
How are you
lifetime. But
losing
they
your
meant
card that often?
I just am having such a good time. I just leave them. I just leave them behind.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, dude.
so, um, RHONY and Real House of New Jersey's future is in doubt after Bravo renewal announcements, exclusive details. Like, what's happening? Like, so they announced the new shows.
Nothing.
I noticed that a certain designer show was not announced,
Mm,
and
I caught that too.
I got that too. And so, but what like? So Rhode Island is going to be a new show. So we'll say that replaces New York. Fine. What
I
the
don't
fuck is going
care
on with
about Rhode
Jersey?
Island. Like, do we care about Rhode
I'll watch
Island?
it. I don't.
I
I
don't
mean, I
care
don't even know
about
where it
Rhode
is.
Island.
Like, where is it? Like New England or something?
But
Is
like,
that where it is?
what's so special about Rhode Island that like makes us
Oh, we're gonna
care?
find out. I
Well,
think sometimes.
Salt Lake City, I understood because you have like Mormons and polygamy, and then New York and Beverly Hills and Atlanta, like you go to the affluent cities, you know.
Sure, but I
Potomac, I
mean,
guess, was like the equivalent of DC without it being in DC. Okay, but like, what's in Rhode Island?
I think we're
I'm
gonna
not
see
gonna
like
watch it.
what
I
Rhode Island
literally
is
do
all.
not care about Rhode
No, you are
Island.
gonna watch it.
I'm
You
not.
are gonna watch it.
No,
Just
I didn't
give it
even
one
watch the RHONY
episode.
reboot.
Well, I didn't either. I mean, everybody knew that was fucking terrible. Like, no wonder it's
Well,
back
you
on.
think Rhode Island's gonna be any better?
I feel like it could be kind of like like a
I'm
dark horse.
surprised at how many people were excited about this Rhode Island show. I was like, really? I was like, what is
But see,
interesting about? We know nothing about
I
this or
honestly,
them.
I would have thought that Salt Lake City would have been a bore fest, and it ended up being one of the best ones out of all of them.
Well, only because Jen Shaw went to prison.
No, it was good though. Like, I mean, those characters are good together. Like, they're fun.
Yeah.
You know, I saw like they were going. Someone was posting yesterday. I saw they were going to Greece on a plane. Like, I guess it's
Oh yeah,
Angie's
for the
trip or
final
whatever it
cast
is.
trip.
But like, I saw them getting on a Delta flight, and those fucking seats looked like just business class. They're not lie flats. It must be they must be on a connecting because there's no way there's a direct flight from Salt Lake to Greece.
No, yeah.
But I was just so shocked. I was like, I hope they get lie flats. That'll be an awfully long flight.
Yeah.
That was it. And then I got a dumb much stuff. Oh yeah, I do. So also, Hilaria Baldwin. So she brought out a new book called Manual Not Included. Manuel Not Included. So she obviously people with Hilaria Baldwin. She goes in speaking English and she speaks Spanish, Spanglish, whatever. She forgets the words of vegetables when she's cooking. So anyway, she says now in the book, I guess she has dyslexia, and that's why she goes in and out of accents.
Well, I mean, now it makes sense why she can't read a room. It's so stupid. Like, no, I think she says she has dyslexia and ADHD. It's like, oh, is that why you can't focus on which accent you have today because your ADHD
Yeah.
has you too distracted? Like, to me, it was the dumbest excuse. Like, someone on a PR team was like, this is how we spin it, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
just
And
be
then it's like, what? Like,
neurodivergent now. And it's like, no.
is that gonna be my excuse as well? Like, I'm like, hi, how's it going? Like, I'm from Ireland, I'm Stuart, like I'm from Nina Concert. I'm like, hey guys, like, what's up? Like, am I like popping in and out of like two different ones? Um, but I just I saw like a clip of her yesterday, and I know this for a fact. I'm not going to name them any names, and I know somebody that has done it, like with this paparazzi thing, right? That is called a paparazzi person, and they turn up in New York City or around there, and I follow him, and like he actually gets good like content. And he always gets Ryan Reynolds for some reason, and just saying, but like he was taking photographs of her and taking video footage, and then he posted it on Instagram, right? And she's clearly like posing for him, like holding the book. And it's like I think his slogan was like, "Oh, she's in her book tour and stuff like that." So I said it to Ada Roseman, who does an impersonation of her, and it's like she's just holding the book at the street. I'm like, "Where's the book tour?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like she's just being photographed. It's just she's wild. Like it's very interesting person to me.
She's crazy.
It's a quick episode today, but Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively. So now I'm reading that. Okay, so Taylor Swift is going to be deposed, pretty much, probably, right?
Yeah,
And
so
Blake
from what we
Lively
know,
is going to
her
testify.
text messages, I believe, have been subpoenaed, and then now they're probably trying to schedule her deposition, which will happen some point in the summer.
Oh God, it's going to get so good. And then Blake Lively is going to testify too.
Yeah, that was a stupid exclusive that
So,
her team gave to People Magazine. They're just like, she's gonna testify. It's like, well, no shit, she's gonna like she was always gonna like. Why is this an exclusive that you're some tea that you're giving to People Magazine?
but like,
She
and
was always
didn't
gonna get deposed, and she was always gonna
yeah, of
testify.
course. I know what story she's going to pull out of her ass, but um, Brian Friedman then was kind of like what he kind of like.
Yeah,
What
he
did he do? Not
responded because I
blackmail.
think he knew that they were clearly using this as a press moment to be like, we
Yeah,
have nothing to hide. Blake's gonna sit on the stand when it's like that's not
sure.
news to anybody. She
So
was
then
always gonna take the stand. And so he
didn't he
responded and
say, yeah,
he's like, well, you know, if she's
stream it?
so confident in her testimony, then she should sell tickets or live stream it at Madison Square
Live
Garden
stream it.
and then donate all of that money to survivors. Which I think was, like,
Sheesh.
a good like, because obviously he knows that that would be unrealistic, but it's also so he knows that they're playing the press game, so he played it right back. He's like, "Well, if you're gonna play
Yeah,
this card, then I'm gonna play that same card and, like, raise some money for survivors." Because you went on Seth Meyers the other day, and you were talking about being a voice for women who are silenced and living in fear. Like, this is your opportunity to step up. I mean, and to this day, she hasn't even pledged any of, like, her proceeds from Betty Boos or Betty Buzz or Blake Brown. None of her proceeds have been pledged to help survivors. I donated more money to the No More
yeah.
Foundation than she did.
They're t-shirts. Where can
Yeah,
you buy those t-shirts?
they're gone now.
Oh, I didn't get one. Did you save me one?
Oh, maybe I'll get you one. I'll have to see if
Okay.
they can make some more.
Um, I watched it because you were talked about it, and I saw your recap, which I was kind of annoyed that I watched your recap on TikTok
Another
about
simple favor.
Another Simple Favor, and I was like, but then I was because I was traveling, and I was like, wait, don't they go to Capri? And I'm like, I need to watch this because I'm going to Sicily. I'm like, okay, it's kind of the same thing, but not. And I liked it. I
It's
thought
not
it
it
was
wasn't
fucking.
bad, right? Like, it was
It
and
was
that's why I said, like,
campy.
had she it's very campy. It's very, like, murder
Yeah,
mystery campy, which in a
it's like
fun
Murder
in,
She
like, a
Wrote.
very like, it's very soap opera-y with the triplets
Yes.
and the thing like, it's very wackadoodle crazy, but, like, the intention was it was supposed to be, like, a comedic, campy film, right? Like
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler in murder mystery on Netflix. Like, that's the type of movie it
Yeah.
was. The first one wasn't as campy, but this one
It
was
wasn't.
definitely
Yeah.
way more camp, which was again fine for like I thought that, and I said after I watched it, I was like, I think had the movie come out after It Ends With Us, obviously Blake got a lot of bad press with It Ends With Us, but had she not decided to launch this lawsuit against Baldoni, I think people would have watched this movie and she would have become popular again. Like people would have
Yeah.
been like, this movie is fun. It's stupid, but it's like kind of fun and campy. Like Lindsay Lohan's rom-coms on Netflix now,
Yes.
right? All her
Or
holiday rom-coms.
Showgirls. Like it's one of
They're
those
dumb
yeah.
and they're campy, but they're fun, you know? And so I think people are judging the movie a lot more harshly because they don't like Blake Lively because of the lawsuit, which understandably
Yeah.
she's ruined her reputation with this damn lawsuit.
Yeah.
But I think people are more critical of the film because of the lawsuit. And had she not decided to launch the lawsuit and just let the bad press from last summer die down, nobody would have remembered, nobody would have given a shit, and it would have
No.
this would have been her moment to kind of like resurge. And what a year she
Um,
would have had, right?
I
If,
know.
if, and I'm saying if, the Time 100 honoration was real because they're claiming, you know, they gave it to her for her 2019 donation to the
For
the
plantations.
NAACP. Um, if that was real, then like what a year would she have had? She would have been on the Time 100 list. She would have had another
Yeah.
Simple Favor. Like, you know, she would have been able to be with Ryan Reynolds and they would have been honored at SNL 50. You know, like there were so many moments that would have really put them back into the media in a positive light that would have completely made everybody forget about It Ends With Us last summer.
Yeah. It would have.
If all of those
Um,
accolades are real, right? Like if the Time 100 wasn't bought to save face, which is what it appears to have been, but
yeah,
if Time
it's
100
too
was
much
really
of a
going to give
setup.
her that acknowledgement, then like this would have looked like a really big and great year for Blake.
And then like I will say, like if you haven't seen the movie, like go watch it this weekend. It's fun. Like it's just a fun fucking movie to watch. Anna Kendrick, the humor,
Anna's great.
she's just so funny. Like I just love that humor that she gives. And I will say, like at the beginning, I'm like, what the that opening scene? I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is garbage. Like that was my initial thought. And then as I went through it, and then I was like, I hate her. I hate her. She's kind of grown on me. I
Yeah.
know I hate her. Then towards the last like 30 minutes, I kind of started to like her. And then it's over. And then I'm like, fuck. Like I actually started to really like her. And now I remember all the shit she's doing now to this man.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well, because
oh,
even
it
her
just takes it all
character
away.
yeah, even her character in the movie does become likable. Like, her character in the first movie wasn't likable.
Yeah.
It was like this evil but you
Yes.
see this, like, full circle moment with her
Uh-huh.
and what is Emily is her name. And Emily, like, just, she ends up becoming a likable character by the end of the movie because
Yeah.
you end up seeing, like, the real Emily that's not, this callous criminal.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's all we got for today on this lovely Friday. And thank you for tuning in for my first live. Um, go check out No Filter Live. Zack Peter is going on tour. I'm going to be appearing on the Chicago show, and probably I'll pop into the LA show as well. So go to nofilterlive.com, get your tickets, and we'll see you this summer.
We'll see you
Bye,
there.
everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
We did our first live. Congrats.